Has anything specifically been talked about in terms of reducing strikeout totals?
It's
just understood.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you're kind of, as hitters, we're expected to change something from, when you have no strikes or one strike to when you get 2 strikes. And yeah, we're expected, whether it's choke up, scoot up in the box, like you're expected to do something. And again, the whole thing with 2 strikes is just try to put something in play. Even if there's a runner on second, if you hit a little dinker to second base and move to third, like it's something. It's better than striking out, and because that does nothing for anyone most of the time. So.
Andrew, Dave.
Good to see you.
Man, good to see you.
See you.
Hardly recognize you. You ain't got Barry here.
I know.
I mean, looking at it, there's going to be a lot of expectation for you coming in as the one turning, kind of notable guy who's in the middle of that lineup. How do you approach that?
Yeah, I mean, we got a few guys coming back from last year who had pretty good seasons. Me being one of those, and I feel like I took over a little bit of a leadership role. Even being a new guy last year, but especially with the new hitters and everything. But again, it's for me. I expect myself, and I think everyone expects me to not only replicate what I did last season, but to improve on that. And again, I think I can be a guy on the field and off the field to help myself and help everyone else around me do the same.
I know you guys last year really focused on that power, angle you talked about. Was that just how that team had to operate? Do you call it a mistake the way you guys approached things last year?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't think it was how we had to operate. We had good hitters last year. We just, fell into that power, nothing kind of idea. And I mean, it's the hitters we got on this team, just as good, if not better. But yeah, last year it was, I would call it more of a mistake than, I mean, and it was all of us, we kind of, I don't know, it was, yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best thing for our lineup, and you can tell that from last year's team, from our numbers.
How has Coach Lake kind of reversed that?
Yeah, he's done a great job. I mean, you're going to see a lineup of more complete hitters this year. We're going to get on base more. We're going to score more runs. It's going to be an all around more productive offense.
Thanks, Ed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at expectations for this year and kind of stuff like that. How do those conversations look? Are you guys talking specifics, or just set a general idea of what you want to do better?
Yeah, I mean, of course, everyone's goal is get to regional, super regional, and then of course Omaha. That's something the program here is got used to for a while. Is making it far in the playoffs like that. And after last year, barely making it to the tournament, not making a regional and everything, it's everyone's expectation is to get back there. Whether it starts off with a regional, goes to super regional, and I mean we expect to make it that far. That's the talent this team has. We got the locker room for it too, and I mean I think everyone is on that same page with where they expect this team to go.
You talked about just kind of maybe some of the things that you could have done better last year as a team, focuses, stuff like that. Was there kind of any frustration that built up last year, and how much did that kind of need to reset itself going?
Yeah, there was. I mean, there was, of course, especially when we started SEC play, and we were 15-2, 14-2, something like that, and it was difficult, losing all those games, especially in a row. But yeah, there definitely was some frustration from that, and we fixed some things toward the end of the year, but by the time that happened, it was a little too late. We had a bunch of injuries to the pitching staff, so I mean, we've learned a lot from what happened last year and implemented a lot of new things and improved upon what we did last year, and it's going to be a lot better outcome this time around.